Hey guys, welcome again. Welcome to AJS. And in today's video, we will be talking about uh, Dosh, which is people frequently keep on talking about Pitra Dosh and the myths behind that. So, whenever you might have seen that, oh, you have Sun along with Rahu or multiple such things, and people call it like, oh, you have Pitra Dosh and you have some curse from your ancestors and you have to pay it off. But is that really true? So I was reading about a lot about Pitra Dosh, and I thought like it's time for me to make a video and share with you guys. That's what today's video is going to be all about. So yes, we are going to continue with the series of the professions, but today is going to be a little bit change, and let's talk about Pitra Dosh. So as I said, it's one of the doshas which is many astrologers call it as curse of ancestors, meaning that the forefathers of the person having Pitra Dosh in his horoscope are unhappy with him, and therefore they are cursing the native, and due to that curse, the native may suffer from death, disease, failures all around, being childless, and in the worst cases, early death due to accidents or serious disease. In case of Pitradosh, the misconception starts right from its definition, which states that it is the curse of ancestors. Based on my understanding, let me clear it. It's not that. Okay, it's not a curse of ancestors for sure, and here is how. The horoscope of a person is drawn and decided right at the time of his birth, and accordingly, any kind of defects are decided at the time of his birth, which includes defects like Kal Sarpa Dosh, Manglik Dosh, and Pitra Dosh, among other defects. Coming to the defect called Pitra Dosh, if the defect is decided at the birth of a person, then what has this person done in this birth to get cursed by their ancestors? That's my first question. I mean, if a person grows older and does some bad karmas or bad deeds which may bring disgrace to the good and the fair name of the ancestors, then it may be considered that the ancestors are cursing that person. But why curse a person before his birth? That doesn't make sense, right? And for the people who are listening to this video, who may have an opinion that the person may have done some bad karmas or bad deeds in the past lives, and that is why he has got a Pitra Dosh. Let me tell you, in most cases, a person born in a family line is none other than one of his own ancestors. For example, a person born in a family line is usually one of the forefathers of that family who has reborn in that family again. According to the theory of karmic astrology, most people are born in the same family lines with same friends and same enemies in so many of their lives until their karmic debts, duties, and rewards are all cleared from that particular group of people, or we can call them particular group of souls. Coming back to the point, if Pitra Dosh is not a curse of the ancestors, then what actually is Pitra Dosh? Based on the readings that I have done and have read a lot of different books, so I think, as per me, it's a karmic death of the ancestors which the person having Pitra Dosh in his horoscope is supposed to pay. In simple words, a Pitra Dosha is formed in the horoscope of a person due to bad karmas or bad deeds done by the ancestors of that person, and this person is supposed to pay that karmic debt by suffering the punishments decided for those debts in different spheres of his life until the debt is cleared either by punishment or by the good deeds done by the person having this Pitra Dosh in his horoscope. So, a Pitra Dosh in a horoscope does not mean that the ancestor are cursing the person having Pitra Dosh in his horoscope, but it means that the ancestors of such persons are themselves cursed. This theory may sound confusing to some people, so let's try to explain it on the basis of scientific as well as karmic logics. Starting with science, it's a well known fact that there are a number of diseases found today which are generic in nature, which means that they are passed from mother or father to their children. A common example of such disease is diabetes, which is prevailing throughout the world, and in many cases it's being passed from generation to generation, though it may not affect some of the children born to a diabetic mother or father. In the same way, a son generally inherits the assets and liabilities of his father, which may have come from the forefathers also. Similarly, other examples can be considered to validate the theory that the good or bad things earned, owned, and owed by the parents or forefathers are passed on to the children of the family line, right? The theory of karmic debts also work in the same way, with the only difference being that it shows the results in the present life based on the karmas done in the previous lives. And as I've already mentioned, that most people are born with the same family lines and same circle of friends, so an ancestor suitable for the punishment of the karmic debt of a family according to bad karmas done by him in his previous lives is sent on earth to pay those debts and bear the punishments. And as this person does good or bad deeds in his present life, it contributes to the negative or positive karmic balance of that family line, where the negative balance means the debt and positive balance means the rewards which are going to be enjoyed by the coming generations of that family. This is why so much emphasis is put on doing good karmas, and it is often preached that the bad karmas done by a person are going to affect the family line of that person, which includes his children and their children, and in the same way, the good karmas done by a person earn karmic rewards which are paid to the future members of his family line, who are going to enjoy good or great fortunes due to the good deeds done by their fathers and forefathers, in the same way as a person enjoys the wealth earned and owned by his father. Let's go deeper into the theory of karmic ancestral debts and rewards with the help of an example taken from Hindu mythology. This is example belong to the birth of the holiest river belonging to Hindu religion, which is called Ma Ganga by Indians and is commonly known as the river Ganges by rest of the world. Long time back, there was a king named Sagar who was an ancestor of Lord Rama. Due to some misunderstanding, the sons of King Sagar attacked a grey sage couple, and they all died with the burning flames coming out of the eyes of angry sage couple. Sages are given great respect in India, and insulting and attacking a grey sage-like couple formed a heavy karmic debt which was going to trouble all the coming generations of the family. Knowing this, Anshuman, the grandson of King Sagar, went to sage couple, asked for his forgiveness, and requested him to prescribe a way to relieve the family of this ancestral debt. It was then told by the sage couple that if the holy river Ganga is brought to the earth from the heavens, and the ashes of the born princes are offered to holy river Ganga, only then this debt can be cleared. Accordingly, Anshuman worshipped throughout his life to bring Ganga to earth, but he did not succeed. And that duty was passed on to his son King Dilip, who also worshipped throughout his life to bring Ganga to earth to clear the karmic debts of his forefathers. But King Dilip also did not succeed, and the duty was passed on to his son King Bhagirath, who also worshipped Lord Brahma very dedicatedly, and one day Lord Brahma came to answer his prayers and bless him with his wish that Ganga would be sent to earth to relieve his family and forefathers of their karmic debts. And as Lord Brahma blessed Bhagirath, King Bhagirath posed a question to Lord Shiva, which goes something like this: O great Lord Brahma, I have a question to ask, and kindly bless me with the answer to this question. My grandfather Anshuman and my father Dilip worship you throughout their lives, but you did not answer their prayers, whereas you have answered my prayers. Was there any defect in their way of worship, or was something else wrong due to which you did not listen to the prayers of my father and my grandfather? Hearing this, Lord Brahma smiled and said, Insulting and attacking a grey sage-like couple caused a very heavy karmic debt on your family line, and all of it needed to be paid in order for me to come and bless a member of your family line with this wish. Your father and grandfather worshipped throughout their lives and were able to pay most of this debt. But as this debt was not cleared, so I did not come to grant their wish. And as you started worshipping, the karmic debt has been cleared, and after that you have earned sufficient karmic rewards for your wish being granted by keeping on worshipping me, and that is why I am here to bless you with your wish. And after that, Ma Ganga was sent to earth to bless the souls of Bhagirath's forefathers as well as many others. So, the moral of the story is that the karmic debt levied on the forefathers of King Bhagirath needed to be cleared before the family line could be blessed again with good fortunes, and therefore 3 generations of his family worshipped the Lord to clear this karmic debt and earn karmic rewards, which led to the good results like the incarnation of Lord Rama in the same family line, which shows that the positive karmic balance of this family line was extremely great, because a family line which witnessed the birth of Lord himself was without any doubt the most prestigious karmic family line of that time. Hopefully, both these examples might have thrown some light that it's not a curse, but we are trying to pay the karmic debts of our fathers and forefathers. Coming back to Pitra Dosh, now it should be easy to understand that Pitra Dosh is not a curse as defined by some astrologers, right? But is the karmic debt that needs to be paid. Now, after knowing so much about the definition of Pitra Dosha, let's find out how this dosha is seen present in horoscope. If the sun, which is an indicator of the self and the ancestors, is afflicted by a malefic planet, a Pitra Dosh is formed in the horoscope, and depending on the afflicting planets, the kind and the results of Pitra Dosh change. For example, the worst kind of Pitra Dosh is formed by the affliction of Rahu and Ketu to the Sun by placement and aspect. And the Pitra Dosh where the Sun and Rahu are placed in the same house is a very serious Pitra Dosh and can even prove to be fatal for the native if the afflictions are strong. The affliction to the Sun by a malefic Saturn also forms a serious Pitra Dosh, and similarly, any malefic planets afflicting the Sun form a Pitra Dosh which can trouble the native in different ways depending on the afflicting planet, the strength of the afflicting planet and the Sun, the placement of the afflicting planet, as well as the Sun and some other factors. Apart from this, a Pitra Dosh is also formed if ninth house of a horoscope, which stands for ancestors among other things, is afflicted by malefic planet, and the result should be predicted in the same way as in case of afflictions to the Sun. Afflictions to the Lord of ninth house also forms a Pitra Dosh. In the same way, if the moon is afflicted by a malefic planet or planets, a Matru Dosh is formed in the horoscope, and the worst type of Matru Dosha is formed by the placement of Ketu with moon. And now that we know about Pitra Dosha, let's discuss its remedies. Like all other defects present in a horoscope, Pitra Dosha is very technical dosh and general remedies are not sufficient for it. It is very important first to identify the planet or planets causing Pitra Dosha and then do the remedies and pujas for those planets. And for the people who are told that Pitra Dosha is the curse of the ancestors and it can be modified by doing puja and charities to pacify and please your ancestors, let me tell you that this remedy is not going to do much good for you because your ancestors are not cursing you, but they are themselves cursed, and so you don't need to pray to them, but you need to pray for them. So, in order to relieve yourself and your ancestors of the Pitra Dosha present in your horoscope, identify the planet causing Pitra Dosha in the horoscope and then do specific charities and pujas to pay the debts of that planet and pacify that planet so that it may reduce the quantum of punishment it is imposing on you. So friends, that's my understanding of Pitra Dosha and what I have learned. If you do like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you again with new video and the new stuff. Stay tuned. Thank you.